Hey, what's up guys, it's Cypher, and earlier today ZeniMax Online Studios lifted the non-disclosure agreement that I signed before taking part in the beta. So now I am free to express my feelings about the beta and share stories about what happened in the beta to you guys, to the public. So let's start off. A little background about me. I've been playing MMOs for over 10 years. And during those 10 years, I've only focused on PvP. I never got excited for PvE. I never had fun doing PvE or questing. I only built my accounts on each MMO just so I can go PvP. That's basically what I did. That's what I enjoyed. But this time I decided I was going to give Elder Scrolls Online a chance on the PvE and questing aspects. And let me tell you, I was not disappointed. From the get-go, I felt really immersed in my character and my surroundings, and I was taking my time with the quests, reading the dialogues, and the quests are actually really interesting. Like when you actually take your time with the quest and you don't steamroll through it, you actually get really connected with the story, and that's something I never really saw that I would be doing. I never really cared about the story. I just wanted to go and mash some heads and in PvP. That's basically what I do. But I did take my time, and I really enjoyed the quests. And what really got me excited is the quests were not you scale how challenging you want your questing to be. Because I was a level 8, and if I wanted to, I could have went back to the starting zone and done those low level quests and finished them off. Would have been easy. I would have gotten a lot of XP. But instead, I went to a higher level zone. I was doing level 15 quests, and they were really challenging and rewarding at the same time. And that's what got me excited about questing. That's what got me excited. The fact that I can choose what quest I want to do. There's no restriction on the quest you want to do. And just from there, I was like, wow, this is amazing. I can do these high level quests. It's going to be harder. It's going to be more of a challenge, but I like a challenge. The only reason I didn't like doing PvE and questing in other games is because almost all these monsters and mobs and things, they're simplified to a simple strategy, and you can, when you fight against another player, some players are harder than others, and they give you a challenge because they have a mind of their own. But I never really thought that I could be challenged by these quests. I thought maybe they'd be too easy, they'd just be a chore to do. But no, these quests in ESO, the higher level ones, if you do them when you're low level, they're exciting, they're fun. I really had a blast doing them. And same with the PvE. You go to higher level zones and try fighting those mobs and collecting their loot, and you'll have a much better experience. Well, at least I did, instead of fighting lower level mobs just because they're easier to kill. Let's move on to the PvP. As many of you might have saw a lot of reviews recently. Angry Joe released one, IGN, a bunch of different media outlets released PvP content, and I was excited to watch it. But I also did take part in it, even though I barely got to play on the last day of beta because I had not gotten to level 10 until Monday night, and the beta closed midnight Monday, so that kind of sucked. But with the few hours that I did get to play, there was a lot I did. I started off, I was in the Ebonheart Pact. I was a Dragon Knight Nord, and the PvP in this game is unique for multiple reasons. The landmass of PvP isn't just for PvPing. There are dungeons you can do, there are quests you can do, there are repeatable quests in the cities, resources you can gather. There's so much to do. It's just like an open world PvP. Like, it's like if they had just Cyrodiil as the game itself, that would have satisfied me. Like, that would have been okay. This is everything. There's questing, there's PvE, there's PvP, there's everything in Cyrodiil. Like, I'm probably gonna go to Cyrodiil at level 10, and I'm not gonna leave until I'm level 50. That's how I see it. So I started walking around. Before I knew it, I was jumped by 3 pesky Khajiits. They took me down rather quickly. I wasn't paying attention if I was being surrounded or watched. Next time around, I was sneaking around trying to make sure I wasn't being followed, and I found another Khajiit was sneaking up on one of our resource places. Snuck up behind him, went and just started attacking him like crazy. I'm like, I had that first hit, knocked him down with one of my abilities, I was basically just spamming my abilities, to be honest, because I was like, the adrenaline really got to me. I was like, yes, I'm fighting someone, finally. I managed to kill him, but later I realized that more skilled players will actually take you down a lot easier if you're just going to spam your abilities, because it does involve tactics, it does involve blocking, knowing what your opponent is doing, knowing what you're going to do depending on what your opponent does, knowing when to dodge, when to roll, when to attack, when to use what ability. So the PvP does take a lot of skill. It really does. There's going to be players who are a lot better than other players just because of that PvP skill that they acquire. So let me give you an example of the dynamic PvP that happens in ESO. There are one-on-one fights. I explained to you what happened. I had a one-on-one fight with the Khajiit. There are smaller group fights, bigger group fights. There's huge battles that go on. So it caters to all types of PvP players. I was walking on the roads, one of the main roads. I was walking towards a keep of the Almir Dominion. As I said, I'm part of the Ebonheart Pact. I don't know. I just wanted to go and see what would happen if I went to one of their keeps. I was hoping maybe some of the Ebonheart Pact was maybe attacking that keep. So I was gonna go check it out. On the way, I saw two players coming in on horses. I hid behind a bush. One of them was a little farther than the other one, and then I attacked the one who was in the back. Started attacking him really quickly. He took me down to like half health. I managed to kill him, and then the second one came chasing after me, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna die if I don't get away. So there's this boulder. I start running around the boulder, and the guy's like running in circles. I'm like trying to maneuver around this boulder. It was pretty funny, and he couldn't see me. He lost track of me, and then I decided to jump. Once my health was back, I decided to jump out and attack him. He was almost dead, and then I turn around, and then there's like 500 people just steamroll right on top of me. Like, well, it wasn't 500. It was probably like 20 people. But PvP, to say the least, is dynamic. It's fun. It's exciting. There's so much to do, and I know me and my brothers are gonna have a blast playing this game. I'll have another video soon for you guys, but I just gotta say, for me, this game is it's amazing. I've read some of the haters that have like given bad reviews to this game. I've read what they have to say. Okay, I'm not a blind sheep. I understand that there are some flaws that could be fixed. That's the thing. An MMO is dynamic. It changes over time. The community can give suggestions. But just based off of what I saw from the beta, this game is gonna be freaking awesome. That's it for today, guys. See you next time.